My father's a good man. He's honest, kind, compassionate, caring. I could keep going. But most importantly, he stayed strong in the face of adversity.
Well, I was first diagnosed as having kidney disease when I was in graduate school. I had gone to give donate blood to a professor at Emory University, and my blood pressure was high. And in doing the diagnosis as to why that might be, it was discovered that I in fact had polycystic kidneys.
Average weight for a kidney transplant is very dependent on the blood type of the patient. If they're a B blood type, it's probably 45 years. A is about 2 years, and O is about 4 years, and AB is about 1 year.
I had been giving blood at the Red Cross for a long time. And while I was at the Red Cross giving my donation in February, I made the comment to one of the nurses that I would like to do something more substantial than donate blood if possible. To which she responded, well, have you ever thought about being a kidney donor? And I said, no.
So I had a peritoneal catheter installed, which is basically a tube they put in your abdomen. And I began training for peritoneal dialysis in late July of 2002.
I said, well, I'm going to pray about this. And I said, I'm going to wait for God to give me a sign as to whether or not I should donate the kidney or not. I said, I'm more than willing to do it. But I said, I'm going to wait on God to tell me what to do.
I always expected a cadaver donation. I had a limited number of blood relatives that were possibilities, and only had one blood brother. He had some other health complications and wasn't a real candidate. So
within a few days, I was watching a late night television show, and I woke up in the middle of the night. The show was on, and it was about a guy that was waiting for needed a kidney donation, or else he was going to die. And it turned out that that became the answer to the prayer I was looking for.
It was the most incredible experience to be on the phone and hear that someone has come in out of the... I didn't know who this was, and she couldn't tell me at the time. Someone just walks in off the street and offers to basically give you the gift of life. It was the most awe-inspiring experience I've ever had.
So when he told me that he had gotten the call, I screamed. I was so excited.
Any kidney from a living donor, no matter what the match is superior to a perfect match kidney from a deceased donor.
On April 9th, 2004, John Dewey successfully donated a kidney to my father. Both had a healthy and speedy recovery.
I was getting ready to leave, and I wasn't sure whether or not they were going to actually let me meet him that day. And finally, my social worker came in and said, your recipient is ready to meet you.
He says, hi, I'm John Dewey, I'm your donor. I go, I just literally fell back in bed because although I had been expecting him, he just took me by surprise. And we talked for about an hour, and it was the most intense 1 hour conversation I've ever had in my life.
It was a wonderful experience getting to meet Marlon and Kathy and Mary, his sister-in-law.
I asked him if I could give him a hug, and I did, and my sister asked if we could give him a hug, and she did, and it was just a wonderful time.
It was just a wonderful, wonderful experience that you really can't put into words. It's indescribable, because knowing that he had part of my physical structure in his body was just an awesome thing to think about.
Thank you doesn't do it. I mean, I said that the first time I met him, and what do you say beyond that? I mean, here's a man who gave up his body. I've got improved health, I've got an improved quality of life, and now I've got a longer life expectancy.
I have absolutely no regrets whatsoever. To me, I think it's probably one of the most joyous events of my entire life.
And despite of all the crap that's going on in the world, things can be done that are good. You can make someone else's life better. Just do it.
You got two kidneys for a reason. One to live on, one to share with somebody that needs one. And I will do it again tomorrow.
Having undergone this transplant, I just take one day at a time, because every day is a new gift for me.